Okay. Welcome. My name is Gloria, and today we're going to do a flow based on Ashtanga, but using a chair. So chair yoga. I started using chair yoga as a way of teaching some clients that struggled with osteoporosis. So this is a routine where you can keep a flat back, which is important, not to round your spine if you have osteoporosis. And also for people that are a little less able to get up and down from the mat. So here we go. Have a seat on your chair. We're going to start with a mudra. It's called the Vaikara movement, which is a gesture for protection from the forces of nature. It is said to support the immune system and help us discern between safe and potentially harmful environments. Perfect for the time, right? So we're going to take about 3 minutes. Sit comfortably in your chair. Make 2 soft fists. And then cross your left fist over and onto your chest. And then bring your right fist over. You can soften your gaze or simply close your eyes. And then start to follow your breath. As you focus more on breathing, let the muscles of your upper back relax. Think about 5 more breaths. Slowly start to flutter your eyes open if they're closed. Then bring your right hand down, left hand down, release your fists. Stand up. We're starting with Surya Namaskars. So make sure you have a chair. Using the chair, you can place it on the mat if you have a mat. If you don't have a mat, your carpeting, that can work fine. Not as important to have a mat with chair yoga. So place your mat there. Then come standing parallel with your chair. We'll start with Surya Namaskars. So you start out by standing in Samastitihi, palms forward, press into your feet, shoulders roll up and back. Inhale, arms up, hands come up in prayer, look up, exhale, forward fold. Bring your forearms down to the mat. So forward fold, but keeping your back straight here. Press into the palms of your hands, lift your heart forward, shoulders pull back towards your glutes. Exhale, fold back down. Move your hands to the back of the chair or the front of the seat. Step back for high plank. You can stay here in high plank. I'm going to give you some variations. And then just press back into downward facing dog. Another variation from high plank coming down to low. Takes a lot of strength. Pull your shoulders apart, and then from there, curl over your toes and come up to upward facing dog. Shoulders come back. You could also keep your toes curled here, and then press back into downward facing dog. Nice flat back here. Press your hips back, drop your head, look back at your knees, and take 5 breaths here. We'll take 3 more. 3, 4, 5. Look forward, step forward. Bring your forearms down for forward fold. Press into your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, soft knees, chin to chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down to your side. We'll do 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, chin to chest, forearms down. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders pull back. Exhale. Plant your hands to the front of the chair. Step back into high plank. Option here to go directly into downward facing dog, pushing your hips back. You could also go directly into upward facing dog here. I didn't mention that option before. That's an option. And then the third option, bending your elbows. Inhale up. Toes, top of your foot flat on the floor or toes curled. And then push back into downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale, 3 more breaths. Inhale, belly fills, rib cage, and exhale. Inhale, crown is down. Inhale. Exhale. Look to the top of the mat. Come forward, step forward. Bring your forearms down for forward fold. Press into your hands, elbows come up, halfway lift. Crown forward, tailbone back. Exhale. Forward fold again. Bend your knees, chin to your chest. And slowly come up. Take your time. Exhale, hands down to your side. So I'll just a moment of teaching here. Which option to use? Use the option. You want something that kind of challenges you, but you don't want to go beyond a point where you might hurt yourself or stress your body in any way. Use your good judgment here. We'll do 1 more Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Forearms on the chair. Inhale, halfway. Pull your shoulders back. Crown reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Hands move back on the chair. Step back, high plank. Your option here, there's 3. Downward dog, low to upward facing dog, or just go straight to upward facing dog here. So I'm going to come down low. Inhale, up. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 2, let your crown go. 3, press your hands into the chair. 4, press into your feet. 5, look forward, step forward. Coming into forward fold, forearms come down onto the chair. Ground down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, chin to chest. Inhale, arms come all the way up. And exhale, hands come down to your side. Next, we're going to do three rounds of Surya Namaskar B. So starting in chair pose, bring your hips back, bend your knees, arms come up and forward. Some variations for this pose. If balance is challenging, you can always use the chair to support yourself. The other option is bringing your hands to your heart, as that will take a little less balancing than extending your arms. The other thing to think about, bringing your pubic bone up to your belly button. So bringing that pubic bone up, and make sure to lift your heart. I've held you there a long time, sorry about that. We'll go faster the next time. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the back, stepping back, high plank. Exhale down. I'm going to do a different variation this time. I'm just going back to inhale up. And then exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Look forward, step your right foot forward. Bend into your front knee. Left foot is straight. You can stay here with your hands on the chair and lift your hip and lift your heart. The next option would come up and place your hands in prayer in front of your chest. Third option, extending your arms up for warrior one. Actually, I'm doing crescent. Warrior one, my left heel would be planted, but I'm going to choose to do crescent here. Exhale. Bring your hands down to the chair. Step your right foot back, going through your vinyasa. So this time I'm going to go directly into upward facing dog. So coming forward, just dropping and keeping my toes curled here. That's always an option. And then pressing back into downward facing dog. Look forward, left foot comes forward this time. Sink into that front knee, straighten the back leg, staying here or here. Staying here means with your hands on the chair, hands to your heart, or extending your arms. And then exhale, hands come back down to the front of your chair, seat. Legs back, high plank, low, inhale up, and exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Allow your head to drop, crown down to the floor. You're looking at your knees. Press your hands into the mat. Press your feet into the mat. Focusing on your breath, inhaling deeply and exhaling. One more breath. Look forward, step forward. Forearms down for forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Soft knees, chin to chest. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to your heart. They can also come down to the side. Inhale, Surya Namaskar again. Hips back, bend your knees. Again, hands can be at your heart or extended. Exhale, fold. Forearms down. Drop your crown. Inhale up. Halfway lift. Pull your crown away from you. Exhale. Bring your hands back. Come back into high plank. I'm going to do the full one this time. Bending your elbows. Inhale, come up to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Bend into your right knee. Left foot back. Inhale up. This time I'm just going to keep my hands on the chair. Your choice. Do what works best for you. Step back high. Exhaling down for low. Inhale up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping forward with your left foot. Left foot steps forward to the edge of the chair. Bend into that left knee. Right leg straight. Inhale, heart comes up. Exhale, step back and lower or stay here. Inhale up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Crown is down. You're looking back towards your knees. Pressing into your feet, but not your toes. Pressing into your hands. Press your hands into the chair. Feel the lengthening. And 5, last breath. Look forward, soft knees, step forward. Coming into forward fold, forearms down on the chair. Inhale, halfway. Exhale. Soft knees, chin to chest. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, release. One more. Hips come back, bend your knees. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Forearms down on the chair. Ground down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Bring your hands back, step back. High plank. Maybe you're getting tired here. I'm going to just go to downward facing dog. Otherwise, coming down to low. Inhale back up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward. Bend into your right knee. Left leg is straight. Bring your heart up. Another option, depending on your chair, you can put your hands on the chair. I'm getting a little tippy there. I'm not going to do that. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to high plank. Exhaling down to low if you want. Inhaling up, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward. Bend into your left knee. Right leg is straight. Heart comes up. Maybe your hands come up. Hands back on the chair. Step back, high plank. Exhaling down to low. Inhale up. Notice I'm not doing it, but you can. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look forward. Step forward. Forward fold. Forearms down on the seat. Inhale up. Shoulders pull back toward your glutes. Crown forward. Exhale, fold. Soften your knees. Chin to chest. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, well done. Next pose we're going to do is Trikonasana, triangle pose. So situate your chair so it's kind of in the middle of your mat. And then come in front of your chair. Your right toes are parallel with the chair seat. Your left foot is angled in about a 30-degree angle. Your legs are going to remain straight in this pose. Bring your right hand down to the chair seat, left hand on your hip, and then open up. You can stay here, keeping your hand on your hip. Other option is to bring your hand up to the ceiling. 5 breaths here. You can look down if that feels better for your neck. The other option is to look up to your hand, extended hand. I'm going to guess we're on breath 3. So 4 and 5. And then slowly come up. If it helps, you can bend into that right knee to come up. And situate over to the other side. So this time, left foot parallel with the chair. Right foot angled in about a 30-degree angle. Put your hand on your hip. Left hand on the chair. Now open up. Bring that right hip over the left. You can actually push your left foot into the chair. And if you're doing opposite legs, if you're mirroring me, instead of your left, I'm saying left and you've got your right, that's fine. If I was really clever, I would be able to do the opposite of what I'm saying, but I'm not doing that. Right hand come up. I've tried. It take a lot of practice to get me there. Be good for my brain. For 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing, bend into that left knee. And come on up. Stepping, now we're going to do triangle, but a revolved triangle. So same setup. Right leg is straight, parallel, right hand, no. This time we're going to put the left hand on the chair. But before we do that, we're going to square our hips, which means, and I'm going to hop this foot forward a little bit. I can't do this with as wide of a stance. So you can bring that left hip. So it's absolutely positively opposite of your right hip. Once you have that set up, bring your left hand down onto the chair. So it's crossing your leg. Press your right hip back, your left hip forward. Right hand can be on your hip, and then twist in the opposite direction. You can keep your hand on your hip here, or you can extend it. That's hard for me. I'm not as open in my shoulders. But the important thing is the twist. For 4, and 5. Bend into that knee, and slowly come up. Setting up for the other side. Left leg is straight, right foot is angled in, hands on your hips, square those hips. So bring that right hip forward. If I need to adjust this back leg to get that right foot forward, that's what I'm going to do. Right hip forward. Place your left hand on your hip, right hand on the chair. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist. For 2, 3, lengthening as you inhale. Maybe twisting a little bit deeper as you exhale. 4, lengthen. Exhale, twist. 5. Slowly look back, bend your knee, and come up. Setting up now for extended side angle. This time, the forward knee will be bent. I usually have a wider stance in this position, but it's going to vary for everybody. I have my left foot angled in just a little bit. So bending into this right knee, you're going to bring your arm. You can either bring your hand down to the mat or to the chair. Maybe your forearm, depending on your flexibility. Hand can stay on your hips. Extend up or extend alongside your ear. For 2, 3, 4, 5. And now slowly come up. And walk to the other side. Setting up on the other side. Left hand on the chair. Bend into that left knee. Right foot about a 30-degree angle. Finding the width of between your legs that works best for you. Hand can stay on your hip. Forearm maybe comes down. You might come down a little bit lower. You can also just bend your elbow to bring you down lower without bringing your forearm down. Arm can come up or extend. For 4, 3, you can look down to the mat. 2, you can also look up. 1, Inhale, come up. And exhale. Now we're going to revolve the extended side angle, just like we revolve triangle. Bend into your right knee. Find your balance. Settle into this. Try to square your hips. I'm gonna back off a little. Well, we're not gonna worry about that right now. Getting too technical. So just bring your left hand, bring your right hand to your hip, bring your left hand down onto the chair, and twist. Three, inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, twist. 4. It would be an option to also extend your arm. My arm doesn't want to do that today, so I'm not going to do it. And then look forward to the top to your mat. And come on up. Ooh, I'm starting to sweat. Nice. Other side. Left hand on the chair. No. Doing it wrong. Left hand on your hip. I'm so used to teaching this on the mat. The brain has to do a little work to go to the chair. Right hand on the chair this time. Lengthen through your crown, and then exhale, twist. Inhale. Press your feet away from each other. For 3, 4, 5, and then slowly come up. Next pose we're going to do is a forward pose. Forward, wide angle forward fold, which again, coming down on the floor would not be good for someone with osteoporosis. So we're going to do a few variations. Turn the chair so the back is away from you. Feet are whatever is comfortable for you at a distance. Some people, it depends on your hips, of course, always, how wide apart you want your legs to be. Inhale, bring your arms up. And then exhale, just coming forward. Bring your forearms down to the chair. Inhale, stretch your crown forward, and exhale, just allow your head to drop. So we're going to hold here for four more breaths. As you inhale, push your knees apart. As you exhale, push into your big toes. Inhale, push your knees apart. Exhale, a little pressure into your big toes. Inhale, knees push apart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale. Release. Let's see, how do we get out of this? Bend your knees. Walk your hands back on the chair. Hands to your hips. And come on up. We'll do one more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. So I'm going to come around so you can see what I'm doing here. Now, your hands should be like this. If you can't connect with your hands behind you like that and your fingers start going like this, highly recommended, I don't have anything, we'll pretend like this is a cloth, is to take a towel, little wash rag or something, and connect your hands that way. You don't want to mess up your shoulders here. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to do this on the chair because I want you to see my back. So you're going to roll your shoulders back and together, straighten your elbows, fingers go down. Now that may be as much as you want to do. Otherwise, you can start to come forward, depending on your balance, and lift your hands up above you. So just coming forward, you've got the chair there if you need to for balance. If you need to just stand and hold it for 5 breaths standing up, that's a great stretch for your shoulders. For 3, 2, 1. Right now, if my head rested on the chair, that might work for you. And then slowly come up and bend your knees. Knees can always be bent with these forward folds. I forgot to say that. And then go ahead and release. Trying to think how I want to set up the chair for the next one. Go ahead and put it back here in the middle. We're going to come into pyramid pose. So, starting with your right foot forward, left foot angled back 30 degrees. Square hips are a must. So bring your right hip opposite your left. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, simply fold forward. Your legs are straight. You can have a little bend in that right knee if your knees tend to lock. You can come down, hands on the chair, and just let your head go. Don't use any energy here. If you have the flexibility, you can come down on your forearms. For 3, 4, press into your feet, 5, inhale, look up. Come up if you're on your forearms. And go ahead, bend your knees, step your left foot to your right. Opposite side, right foot steps back. Left is forward, right foot angled in. Square your hips. Adjust that back leg as need be to get your hips square. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe readjust your hips here by pressing into your left foot. Bring that left hip back because it's going to want to go the other way. Right hip comes forward. Staying on your hands and breathing. Drop your head. Or come down onto your forearms. Either position, your head is dropped. 3, breathe in. And big exhale. 4. 5. 'Chin to chest. And into that left knee. Protect your knee, your back, etc. And slowly come to the top of the mat. Okay, Utthita Asta Padangusthasana. I'm trying to learn my Sanskrit, something I've been ignoring. Anyway, so this is one where you would traditionally hold your big toe. This is the variation we're going to use. So right hand on your hip, left hand on the chair. You can lift your knee and hold, or if it's available to you, you can lift your foot, or you can straighten your leg and lift it. I'm going to hold for 5 breaths, 5 breaths, 5 breaths, and come down. If you need to come down in between the poses, go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. All right? Go ahead and lift that right leg. 5 breaths here. For 2. Press into that left foot. Straighten that left leg. 4. 5. Bring your leg out to the side. 2. Hearts up. 3. Everything's going up. 4. 5. Coming back to center. For 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Bend your knee. And release. Woo, shake it out. Come on over to the other side. Same thing, left hand on your hip, right hand on the chair. This time I'm going to do it with a bent knee, just for showing. Inhale, bring your knee up. Option to extend. 2, 3. Press into that right foot. Straighten this right leg. Bring your heart up. And 5. Bring it out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring it back to center. I'm going to choose to extend it now for 1, 2. Keep thinking, growing up tall. 4, 5. And then bend your knee and release. Sorry. I just forgot one pose I wanted to do. Bend. This time, I'm going to give you 2 options. Standing, if you choose to stand, right knee comes up, right ankle over left knee. Staying there, or maybe starting to come down. So this is going to stretch your hips. The alternate variation here, do what works best for you. Right knee comes up, you sit on the chair. Right ankle on left knee. Stretch up tall. To get a little more stretch here, you can also press down into your knee. Notice what's happening with your sits bone. Keep pushing that left. My left is coming up. So push back down. Another option, I don't know, my blocks aren't handy. If you have a block, you can place your left foot under the block. So holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, keep pushing this knee down. 1, and release. Other side, ankle over your knee. This time I'll do it standing. And start to come down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release. Now we're going to do chair pose. And we're going to hold it for 5 breaths. So let's start from sitting on the chair. Have a seat. Coming in a little differently than you would when other practices of yoga. Hands down to your side and then press into your feet. Inhale, lift up. We're going to hold it for 5 breaths. Hands can be at your heart. 3. Bring your pubic bone up to your belly button. Tighten that up. Heart lifts. Pull it up. Tighten everything. 5. Inhale up. And exhale, hands come to your heart. Now we're going to do warrior 1. Let's use the back of the chair here, facing you. So bring your right foot forward. Bend your left knee. Let's make a shorter stance. We'll do a true warrior 1. So left foot is angled in 30 degrees. Bend to that right knee. Bring that left hip forward, squaring the hips here. Now that's not possible. All you have to do is lift that heel, and that will allow your hip to come forward. If you can get your hip square and then heel down, give it a shot. So you can hold here, press your arms straight, heart comes up. You can stay here. Hands can come to your heart. Hands can extend. Just going to hold you for 3 more breaths here. For 3, 4, Step forward with your left. Step back with your right. Again, setting up here. Option to leave your heel down. Bend into that front knee. Check in with your hips. Right hip, scoot it forward. I have to move mine every time. It does not go there all by itself. I'm going to use the chair to push my chest up, sternum up to the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and come up. Coming into warrior 2. You may or may not want to use a chair with this, but it's there for you. Another thing you can do with the chair that is really pretty cool and almost impossible for me to do, you can actually straddle the chair. This one's pretty wide. And come down. You can rest, or if you can, push up. This will give you quite a stretch. Pressing your heel into the mat and opening up. That's one option. The other option, well, there are many options, but those are the two I'm going to give you today, is pretty standard setup by pushing your right knee into the chair. Leave your hand on the chair for a moment. Left hand on your hip. Take it, move it out. Here, and then pressing into your feet. Keep your balance. Bring your arms up, maybe looking up into the ceiling for a moment. Extend that chest open and reaching and looking over your right. Tailbone down. 2. Bring your pubic bone up to your belly button. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, setting up for the other side. I'll do the chair this time, just for demonstration purposes. My hips are not my flexible part of my body, but you just keep working at it, right? So if you're in this position, you can rest on the chair. That'll give you a nice stretch through your hips. Or if you want to, you can just kind of lift a little bit, try to lift up from the chair. That'll really make your muscles work hard. Arms out, up to the ceiling, and then peering over your middle finger for 1. Press into those feet. Press them in opposite directions. 4, 5. And then go ahead and release. We're now going to come into Dandasana pose, called staff pose. Sit probably on the edge of your seat. Bring your hands forward, palms facing down. And then pull your elbows back. It's going to bring your chest forward. Keep that length in your spine. Press into your feet. Bring your hands down to your hips. So you should feel like you're very, very rigid, I think is a fair expression. And chin down to your chest. 5 breaths here. 1, 2. Keep pressing your feet into the floor. 3, 4, 5. And then go ahead and release. We're going to do reverse plank. Take your hands, maybe I should have demonstrated the Dandasana. Let me strike the Dandasana from the side so you can see it. Again, hands forward, elbows back, hands down to your side, press into your feet, chin to chest. We're not going to do it again, I just wanted to show you from the side. So the next pose we're going to do is reverse plank. So hands come back behind you. You can, if you can, fingers can come forward. Otherwise, you can do them sideways. Might depend a little bit on your chair if you've got the space. I'm going to try with my fingers forward because I've got a pretty wide base here. So setting this up, shoulders roll back, straighten your elbows, press the heels of your hands into the chair, and then lift your hips. Look up toward the ceiling, and 5 breaths here for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly release. Trying to remember what other poses I wanted to try and do. Let's do one more back bend. This time, keeping your hips on the chair, hands back behind you, shoulders roll back, straighten your elbows, press the heels of your hands into the chair. Inhale your heart up. Push your shoulders towards each other. Keep your elbows straight. Pressing into your hands. One more really deep breath here. Inhale. And release. Chair facing forward. I'm going to do one more pose, kind of out of position, but looking at the time, was thinking to make this about an hour, so we'll do one more pose. So sitting on the edge of the chair, pressing your knees back. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, keeping a flat back. Let's place your hands on your thighs, bring your belly button forward, flat back. So keep pushing your belly button forward. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Do not round your spine, straighten it. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward. Inhale, look up. And exhale, release. Place your right forearm onto your thigh. Inhale, bring your left arm up. And then exhale, keeping your arm flanking your ear. Exhale, start to fold over to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Notice your sits bones. Try and keep them both flat on the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. And place your left forearm on the other side. Your thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. 3, grow, crown reaches out, and bend. 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands go down to your heart. One final twist. Bring your knees together. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands over to the side. You can grab the edge of your chair. Find out what works for you. Maybe I can loop my arm around and twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. 4. 5. Inhale. And exhale. Release other side. Inhale. And exhale, twisting. Finding whatever hand position works for you. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. For 3. 4. 5. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, release. Bring your hands to your heart, chin to your chest. Take 40 breaths here. 40, yes, I said 40. And then lifting your chin. May all be well with mankind. May the leaders of the earth protect in every way by keeping to the right path. May there be goodness for those who know the earth to be sacred. May all the world be healthy and happy. Namaste. Thank you.